with it.
How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another gameplay episode. Sure, we'll go with that. Of Gettin Jiggly with it. I am your host, Big Willie Style, and I'm joined with the wonderful, oddly JelloSmurfs, and we are going to play some TCG gameplay. So today, what we're going to play is the Rebel Clash theme decks. I did play them online. I did review them already, and I'll do a more in-depth gameplay next Thursday. So we're going to go ahead and play the Zacian and Zamazenta. So Audrey chose Sword Doggy, right? Sword Doggy, which is Zacian. And then I chose Shield Doggy, which is Zamazenta. And the reason for that is this is a more of a tutorial gameplay. So we're going to go ahead and try to just kind of give you guys an overview of how to play theme decks. Normally we play the pre-release pack, but this way we'll show you the difference between that and this normal play. We've already shuffled our decks quite diligently, so we'll do 7 cards as normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it says the gamble thing is broken again. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Streamlabs, buddy. I would love to tell you guys that Streamlabs is always going to work, but for whatever reason, it doesn't half the time. I don't know why. So I might be looking at another alert notification type system. It's kind of annoying that I've gone through 2 of them and neither one of them want to work. And I'm almost thinking it's not the alert systems. I'm almost thinking it is the actual API communication to the streaming services, which means that Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube need to get their act. But sorry about this, Cyberlink. I do know that, or Cyberslick, I do know that the extra life alert just went off. So hopefully that means that the rest is working as well, the gamble and the points. So yeah, hopefully that means it's fixed. So we got our 7 cards here, guys. So make sure we have a basic Pokemon. Oh, I do have a basic Pokemon. All right, we have to shake, and we have to shake around the microphone. We put the microphone in the middle. It didn't seem to be picking us up properly when it was to the right, so we've got it right in the middle with us now. And heads or tail? Tails. So it is even. So even is heads, so that means that I win. And I do not want to go first, because why would anybody want to go first? So for those of you guys that are new to the TCGO, that is one thing you want to be aware of, is you really don't want to go first unless you know you have some kind of first play advantage. So since I have a basic, you have a basic, so 6 prize cards for normal play instead of the 4 for the pre-release play. So there we go.
What?
6. 6, yeah, 6 instead of 4. 4 is only for pre-release. Yep, 6 prize cards. And probably need them right about there-ish. Yep, that works. Yeah, we're still getting used to the webcam. I apologize. The webcam does cover up some. If you guys don't want to see the webcam once we start playing, let us know in the comments when this is on YouTube, or if you come into the chat, let us know, because we can just stop showing the webcam if it makes it better, so you guys can see all the cards. I didn't want to shrink down the gameplay area. Zacian is better than Zamazenta. Yeah, that's why I gave it to Audrey. I don't think Zamazenta's bad, Cyberslick. I think we just got bad matchups last week, which is why I want to play him again next week. But Zamazenta is slower. It's more of a stall deck. And I'm not used to playing a stall deck, and I know Audrey definitely isn't used to playing a stall deck. So, alright, so we're going to go ahead and put our... The only thing with this is now we our active Pokemon are kind of blocked from their view, so almost all the way up to the, yeah, pretty much near the microphone, so they'll be able to see our active Pokemon. But what makes good viewing for you guys, bad viewing for us. All right, so I have no more basic. Do you have any more basics? All right, flip over. I have a Pharaoh Seed, and Audrey has a good starting Pokemon, Galarian Meowth. Because with the Galarian Meowth, she basically, if she has 1 energy, she can do Home Claws, and then she has a 2nd energy on the following turn, she'll be able to do more damage to me. All right, so I said I did not want to go first, so you go first, draw for turn. And then, guys, I also turned the music down a little bit. Let us know if you can hear both of us well and you can still hear the music okay. I cranked it down about another 5 points. It seemed like even it was drowning me out, and I talk pretty loud.
Supporter.
Supporter card. Well, no, you can't play supporter on first turn. That's one of the benefits of going first or second. Is that was a new rule. It's a new rule. That's why you're not used to it. New rule they added for Sword and Shield, that the first player can no longer play a supporter card, which is why you want to win the dice roll.
Then
Zamazenta will get better, more Sword and Shield sets come out. Yeah, I could see that as being a thing where he does get better. Also, once there's less fire deck, because Cyber Slick, if you saw what was happening to me on Thursday, I just kept running into fire decks. So I never really got to give this deck a true test. And I think a lot of people are quitting. I was thinking about this today. I think a lot of people are quitting because they had never seen these decks. So they were afraid to just play against them. So they were just quitting. Attached energy. And yeah, you can attach energy. And then if you have any item card, you can play item card.
No.
No items? Okay, and then if you go first, you also can't attack. I do feel that these two rules are going to be modified in the future. That, unfortunately, because there's no leagues this year, it will probably be a whole nother year before they determine whether or not this was a good idea or bad idea. So I will draw for turn. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat you are. Attach the energia. Then I can play a supporter, so I am playing Dan. Dan the man. Dan the Roshan Bam Man. What do we do? 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, shoot. Odds that he wins, so that means I can only draw 2 cards instead of 4 cards. Dan the man. That's the funnest part. You end up winning the theme deck tournament. Oh, there you go. TCGO, you face the Zacian deck for the tournament and won with the Charizard team up. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Charizard's very powerful. The Cinderace is very powerful. So right now you have 2 very powerful fire decks in the meta. And then all I can do is attack you for 10. Blue or yellow, your choice.
Blue.
Blue. Azul.
Azul.
Dorado. No. Amarillo. Amarillo. Dorado. Purple. Hi. Espanol again. So you can see more of Audrey than me. I guess we'll have to figure this out in the future, make sure we're more aligned. I have to kind of lean over more just to make sure you guys can see my beautiful face. All right, so draw for turn. So now you can play your supporter. You can basically do everything now. So you can evolve if you wanted to, but I would, like I said, because you've got that extra damage you can do, you may not want to evolve this turn. Although if you do evolve, I think the Galarian Berserker does 50 damage, so you'd be doing 50 instead of 90. Might not be. All right, so hop.
So I play hop. And now I can attack.
If there's nothing else you can play, items, basics.
I mean,
all right. You can attach a second energy. So he's ready to go for the next turn. So yeah, if you want to hone claws, then that will not damage me, but it'll allow you to do more damage on your next turn. Or you can just do the slash for 30. Mine has 7. So if you do that and then you wait till the next turn, then you'll do 90 and would be able to knock me out and win the game in like 3 seconds.
So I do
home claw. Okay.
Next
you do
turn.
home. So then the next turn, yep. I draw for turn. Energy doesn't do me any good. Energy up there. Wow. 8 to player. That's all I can do. I got Professor's Research. So I discard my entire hand. That's why I don't like playing her when you have a full hand. And I can draw 7 cards. Some cards. There we go. Got me a Pawniard, Duraludon, and a Rookie D. Bench is getting filled up. There we go, guys. And I can smack you for another 10. Actually, I can roll out for another 10. He's a transformer. Hey, Sub Sparky Man, how you doing over there on the YouTube? So yeah, Streamlabs is having fun not recognizing YouTube again. Gotta love it, guys.
Okay.
Your turn. Draw for turn. You have no supporters you can play.
Okay, so it's Pokekid.
Yeah, Pokekid's very good. Okay, so Pokekid, search your deck for a Pokemon, any Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So your choices are, you gotta figure out your gameplay. Either try to get something that you need to evolve what's in your hand, or you could just go get your Zacian, because he doesn't need to evolve, and start powering up the Zacian. Go after your Galarian Berserker, all this one. Then that doesn't do you much good, because then you can't do your extra attack. So this is where strategy on the deck comes in, which is why we will be playing the deck for you guys a couple times, so that way both of us can get used to these decks. We're debating if we wanted to switch decks in between. I think it's better we can learn the decks a little bit more for our play styles. Not really play styles. Shuffle, shuffle. Come on now. Audrey's trying to cheat over there on me. Thinking I'm not paying attention. So I only do about 3 shuffle.
I'm having a hard time doing this today.
Vertical. Take this.
Okay.
How do these cards have a mind of their own today?
Awesome.
That's right. We'll go with 2. We'll go with 2 today. We'll go with 2 today.
Okay, so this.
So Sudspark, you have 100 points. Yeah, I gave you 100 last night, buddy, because I know YouTube has issues. So I just rounded you right up to 100 points. So next time we are on TCGO Online, which will be Monday, then we can trade at the end of the stream and get you a pack of cards. You got your Zacian out now.
And yeah, I can attach.
Yes, you have an attach energy for turn, so you can attach energy for turn.
And that's all.
That's all? Okay. We're going to slash.
Slash.
So Oddity slashes for 90, knocks out me Pokemon, put the Duraludon out, and you take a prize. Does it help? You can't use it yet!
I know.
It's my turn. I draw for turn. Okay. So I'm gonna use. Wait. I'm gonna use Sonya. So Sonya has the ability I can either search for 2 basic Pokemon or 2 energies. And I kind of need energy. I'm gonna go for energy. 1 energy, 2 energy. Shuffle. Are you watching me shuffle to make sure I'm not cheating?
I trust you.
You trust me. I wouldn't trust me. Sorry. There's no trust in Pokemon TCG gameplay. So we'll go ahead and get our Duraludon, a little bit of Nahia. We will get Evolved Bisharp, and we will do Metal Sharpener, which does 30 damage to you, and then I can attach an energy from my discard. So thank you for knocking out my Pokemon. It gave me energy in my discard. There we go. You could do the energy either way. You could do up, or you could do to the side. I don't know why. I have a habit of doing it.
I learned from you.
Yeah, that's probably why. I mean, a lot of people, like when you play TCG Online, they kind of do it to the side. Oh, you're welcome, Sparky. Thank you. I just appreciate you coming out and watching the stream. I'm still trying to get the point system correct. where it'll give enough points per view that everybody can earn a pack each day. Because I did buy 160 code cards, so I've got plenty of packs to give away. Oh, did you do the 30?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you draw for turn. Yep.
So.
Double pass.
Nose pass.
Oh, nose pass. It's not evolved yet, so it's a nose pass.
And I am going to give it
Great Ball. Look at the top 7 of your deck, and then basically you can choose any Pokemon you find out of the top 7.
Okay, fine.
Fíjate. Yeah, you have to find there and put it into your hand. I think it's supposed to be reveal, but you're right, it doesn't say reveal on the card, so I guess you don't. I guess it's the same thing. I guess you're just trusting the other player to be pulling a Pokemon and not a trainer card. Or they move the word reveal because you're always supposed to reveal. That's the only thing is they do a lot of times. They'll update rules, right? They'll update rules, and they'll stop writing them on the cards, expecting everybody to know that that's an updated rule. But if you never played before, how would you know that's an updated rule?
I should be.
You can show me. It's fine. I mean, you're probably gonna put them on your bench anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would have seen them anyways. Because I think that's the biggest thing is most time if you're using the Great Ball to pull a Pokemon, most time the Pokemon you're going to pull is either one you can play now or one that you can evolve. Alright. Energy. You haven't done energy per turn yet. Because you can't. Okay.
So.
You're just going to do a straight 30? I would probably say yes, because if you don't, you won't get any damage on me. Right? Because Duraludon will be able to do 30 on you next turn. You're at 50. So that'll put you at 80, which would knock you out. So I would just do the 30 just to get the damage on me.
30.
Alright, 30. Hopefully you guys can see those die. Probably not. With horrible camera angles, I guess you just need to keep up with us. If we had better technology, we could put the cards on the side with the amount of damage and all that wonderful stuff like the big time streamers do, but we're not big time streamers. We're little time streamers, right? I will draw for turn. I will go ahead and get my Bisharp up and running. Bisharp up and running. And we will hop for 3 cards. 3. I will evolve my Rookidee to a Corvisquire. And see, there you go, guys. That is the perfect reason why you're supposed to play your trainers first, because I would much rather have that energy now on the Corvisquire instead of my Bisharp. Because of the fact that I don't have any other Pawniards to increase his damage. So his ability is 30 plus, 30 for every Pawniard that's on my bench. So there's 3 total that I could have. So you can do a total of 90 damage for 1 energy. Very good Pokemon. Alright, and I got Potion, so that gets rid of my damage. And then I attack with Metal Sharpener for 30. That knocks you out. And then I get my 3rd Energia and prize card. Prize de carta. Carta de prize.
Carta de premio.
Premio. Isn't that cousin?
That's primo.
Oh, okay.
Okay. On.
See, because I attacked. Attack is the end. Oh, yeah, so, you had to bring out a Pokemon after I knocked him out. Yeah. So you have your Zacian.
And...
Draw for turn. With my discard over here, just because that would... That way I have room for my bench. What is a tie game? 5-5. Adri versus Will. And Adri does not have Energia.
I am going to play this
Okay.
here.
Okay. So Professor's Research.
So
Now the thing is with Professor's Research, it's better now. Remember I told you it was kind of bad on the pre-release decks, the build-in battles? That's because we had so little cards. But now you have so many cards, it's not as bad. Plus, I think you have some Pokemon like me that can pull energy from the discard pile. So.
See.
So 7.
Okay.
You good now?
So I add energy. Zacian.
Zacian, yep. Some people call him Zacian. How would you say him in Spanish?
That would be red. Zacian.
So same as I'm saying, Zacian. Oh. For the people that are saying Zacian, it's wrong. I don't know what language they're speaking. And the bad thing is it's English-speaking individual. Some are actually giving it a hard C, and that's impossible. They're doing Zacian, or they're doing Zacian. Like, that's not even possible, I think, in any language. At least...
Well, in Italian, C is read as ch.
K. Well, ch. No. That'd be the ch.
But
yeah, but these are English-speaking people in the U.S.
And that's it.
Meow.
So,
no items. No more energia.
I already attached.
Oh, see. Well, don't forget, you also have that item. Now, there is that item. I don't know if you've pulled it yet. It is a metal saucer, and it allows you to attach an extra energy from your discard pile.
Yeah, but I had it on that file, on that hand.
Oh, yeah, you should have did that, because that would have given you 2 energies on the turn.
See, but I didn't have any.
Yeah, you did, because I just knocked out your Pokemon. I knocked out your Galarian and Meowth.
But could I do it like if you?
Yeah, if there's any if there's any in the discard, like I still have one more in the discard
pile. But even if like you knocked it down on that turn, could I use it?
Well, no, because that was my turn. As soon as you draw, that's your turn. So therefore, you can play anything in your hand to do what you need to do. See, we all make mistakes. I still make mistakes. We all make mistakes, right? All right, so I will. Oh, you're gonna attack?
I'm lost.
Yeah. So you attack will do 30, and then you can attach another energy from your discard pile.
So I do energy
same as my guy. Yeah. So same as my guy.
So 30.
It does 30 damage.
And attach an energy card from your discard pile.
Yep. So that gets you up to 3, and that's what happened to me. It got me up to 3 on that last turn. All right. Draw for turn. Got me Zamazenta. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and start getting him powered up. And Dan, the Ramshow man. Paper, rock, scissors, man. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot! Ah. Hadri's good at the Rochambeau. And then I do have my Corvisquire, so we are fully evolved on our Corvisquire. And yeah, so I'm going to hit for 110. Power Beam, 110, boom. You're gonna knock me out on the next turn.
How do I do the one?
Flip, turn it. Those are the new die. They're the new fancy die. So the new fancy die, I don't know if you guys have seen because everybody's getting so much energy now. The new fancy die go much higher than the old die. So either these turn, draw for turn.
Okay, so I play Pop.
3. 1, 2, 3. Free card! Yay!
And I attach energy to...
You're P'd up? Okay. Items. Eeveelution.
Okay. I play... No, but I played already.
You played a supporter, yeah, so you can only do one supporter, but you can do as many item cards per turn. So if it's an item, you're fine. The Great Ball, okay.
So look at the top 7 and find a Pokemon.
Yep. Yeah, it's the same as the one from earlier, so you get to just look through your top 7, and any Pokemon you find that you want to play, you can play. Yeah, you're getting lower on your cards there. But you're getting a little lower on your cards there.
So...
And then just put him into your hand, and then you can play him if he's able to be played. You can play him.
I can?
Yeah, if he's able to be played. You have 4 on your bench, and you have, you know, if you can have all. Because you P-Dub was down last turn, right? When did you put P-Dub down?
Yeah, because I had the 4.
Yeah, the 4. Yep, so you can evolve him.
And that's it. I attach energy.
Yep, but then you can attack.
Then I attack 120, and then flip a coin. If fails, discard energy from this pocket.
Yep.
Can you roll the...
No, I can't roll the dice for you. There, you get the pretty shiny die.
So Tails is...
Tails is odd.
Odd.
Even, so you keep your energia. Oi. Okay. I'm gonna do Pokekid. Search my deck for a Pokemon and put it onto my hand. Get my Pawniard line up and running. Dun, 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 dun. I was just checking to make sure I'm not, I'm not.
But I should not trust you.
Well, then you can cut my deck if you don't trust me. Would you like to cut my deck? Cutting my deck is not enough because I might know exactly where you're going to cut.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, so we will attach another energy to our Zamazenta, and I will do... Oh, you knocked me out. Price card. Probably knocked out one of your Pokemon, right?
Huh?
Yeah, just the Meow. Sean. Okay, so I'm doing Guard Press, does 30 damage. So it knocks out your Zacian. So keeping the energy didn't really matter. And then I take 20 less damage next turn. You have to choose your new active Pokemon. We're tied up. We're tied up. Nanny nanny poo poo. You have that in Spanish? Like when little kids when they're bragging about something like nanny nanny poo poo, nanny nanny poo poo.
Nanny nanny poo poo or not like lero lero, candelero. Damn. So,
do you have your new active? See? Okay. Draw for turn. Oh, you're eating the watching while eating? Well, that's good. We still haven't eaten yet. We have to make ribs, though. We're making a curry, like a curry ribs. Should be pretty good. Me and Audrey are foodies. We like food. Like trying new foods. There's a Caspito on the microphone. Boy,
And I attack
You attack
for 40.
or 40. And I take 20 less damage, so only 20. That's why I said Zamazenta's deck is more about defense play, not like aggressive attacking. You slowly build everything up because he just doesn't do much, right? And the reason he's defensive is like for you, if you flip the coin, you lost your energy, right? When you're Zacian. Me, if I flip a coin, I can't attack the next turn.
Oh.
So I completely get shut down if I lose my spin. So we will attach energy, so that gets me up to my 3. I'm going to play my Metal Saucer. It allows me to attach energy to your benched Pokemon. Now that's the key, it is your benched Pokemon. Corvisquire. Why do I... Oh, I screwed up. I evolved Corvisquire into Corvisquire. That doesn't work. I thought it was my Corviknight. I was happy last turn because I thought I got my Corviknight. Yeah. So I hit you for 120. And
What?
then I have... That's his Power Rush. But now, you better hope I get Tail. And I did not.
So you don't...
No, I knocked him out. Lo siento. It's muy powerful.
Have nothing.
Then you just have to figure out who you don't want to worry about. Now, look at Hawlucha. I think he's your defender. What's Hawlucha's move? That Windfall.
Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5 cards.
So if what you have is bad, you can't use the cards in your hand. That's where he comes in. Now, remember, whoever you put out is going to get knocked out. So putting P-Dove out wouldn't do you any good, right? Because you'd be able to find your evolutions, but you wouldn't really be able to evolve the P-Dove. Putting Galarian Meowth out would just be a sacrifice. Putting Nosepass out would probably be a bad idea because he does evolve into Probopass, which is pretty strong. So I would probably say maybe you're Hawlucha if your hand is bad, if what you have. But again, you have to look at what you have now without knowing what you're going to pull for turn. You don't know what cards you're going to get for turn. Welcome to the intricacies that is the Pokemon TCG. We get to clean the bathrooms and come back to the stream. All right, Cyberslick. I mean, once you're done cleaning your bathrooms, if you want to come over and clean ours, they need done as well. And we're only in West Virginia. I don't know how far away that is for you. I don't know how far away that is for you, buddy.
Can I play Forester?
No, you have to put your Pokemon out first. And you play it on the next turn. Now, yes, you'll still be able to play everything because you're going to discard your hand at the end of your turn. See? So you actually discard your hand at the end of your turn to get a brand new card. Because that's his attack. The weird attack. He attacks to discard your hand.
Okay, I put it there, but doesn't.
No. So draw for turn. See? And now play your turn like normal. And if you want to discard your hand, put energy on it. But if you've got something in your hand that might help you evolve and attach energy to these guys, it would be more worthwhile to get these up and running than to attach the energy. This is where the strategy comes in, because if you put it to him, he's getting knocked out, right? Which means you lose the energy, which means nobody's ready to go. So you have to look at what's in your hand, and can you make something out of what's in your hand to make these Pokemon ready to go next turn? If not, then it might be worth sacrificing the 1 energy. Play your supporter, so Pokekid, so that lets you pick any Pokemon you want. So your best bet would be to probably get your Probopass. Hopefully he's there and you didn't prize him. I think there was only 1 deck. Did you prize him?
No, I didn't.
Hey, what is that? Pre-Dawn Pokemon? How you doing? Appreciate you coming out to the stream. We are just learning how to play these new Pokemon Rebel Clash theme decks. Audrey is playing Zacian. I am playing Zamazenta. And right now, we are at 3 to 4. I got 3 prize cards left. And Audrey has 4. Then there's also music, so when we're not talking, which isn't very common for me not to be talking.
So
you did your supporter. Castito. Come on, boy. Loco gato.
And it comes.
So you play, yeah, you can play any basics from your hand. If you have any item cards or inertia.
But I like.
So look at the 2 Pokemon. So if you put 1 energy on him, he's ready to go. You know, almost immediately. And then what's his gravitational drop?
Attack does 30 more damage for each energy.
Just energy. Yeah.
And your opponent's attack.
So my active Pokemon has a retreat cost of 2. So that means that you would be able to do 10, and then it's 30 per
each.
Yeah, so 60. So 60, you'll do 70 damage to me with 1 energy.
Okay,
so whereas with Zacian, it would take 2 turns to get him up and running, but then on the 3rd turn, of course, you're guaranteed 3 energy because this lets you draw your energy. That's where your decisions come in, is who you think would be a better get up and going guy. So this is a guaranteed 70 damage. I'm at 20, right? Which would put me at 90. You're not going to knock me out, but you're going to do 90 damage. And then my next turn, I'll be able to do 120, which still won't knock you out. But then on the next turn, you'll be able to knock me out. You see, that's kind of how it is. It's kind of a back and forth, unless you retreat your Pokemon or you have a potion or something like that.
I mean, can I?
If you have energy and you have a switch, you can do all that right now too.
Can I switch first?
It doesn't matter what order. Yeah.
I switch.
Switch. Yeah. Switch your Pokemon. Good. Bring your Hawlucha back so that way he doesn't get knocked out. See, that's a good play.
And then
attach your energy for turn. Now, the only time you would have wanted to do it in the other order is if you had that Metal Saucer, right? Because Metal Saucer attaches to the bench. So you'd play your Metal Saucer, attach to Probopass, then switch, and then same thing. I mean, you could have attached the energy before you brought them out, after you brought them out. Energy for turn can be done at any time. Let's be it. You're doing good. We are doing quite fine. We are making the best of our quarantine by playing Pokemon games and opening Pokemon cards and all of that. You uploaded a video yesterday. Finally, had been busy with work. Oh, you finally uploaded a video yesterday. Okay, I don't know if I saw that come through yet. We'll have to look for it. You've got nothing else in your hand you want to play? Yeah, you can attack for turn.
So this attack the can pass, and this attack does
30 and 30 because I've got 2 retreat, so it's 70 total. Yeah, forgot that die only goes up to that die only goes up to 70, so I'm at 90 damage. I'm at 90 of 120. Draw for turn. Another Zamazenta. And we're going to get him up and going. That's all I can do for this turn. So I am going to Power Rush for 120. I have to roll to see whether or not I can attack next turn. And I can. I got 8-4. That's too big. Try a smaller one. 120. Alright, draw for turn. Alright. And as you guys can see down here, we did get our little vinyl sticker for our Extra Life charity. So those of you watching at home, we greatly appreciate any donation that's available. Children's Miracle Network desperately needs any donation they can get, especially right now with what's going on in the world. Those kids that are impacted or with low immunities, of course, are greatly impacted by the current state of affairs. So we do greatly appreciate any donation you guys can give. Of course, your incentives, $1 gets us to open 1 pack on Game Day 2020 in November. $5 gets you a named Pokemon in our challenge gameplays. And then anything above that, check the website because I've kind of forgotten what all the other donations amount incentives are. So did you draw for turn? You played energy for turn? Guys, was she cheating? You guys were watching her for me, right? While I was giving the... I know, you did everything, man. You played your energy, you played your supporter, you put your Pokemon down. Okay. So attack. You have Mass Energy? No? But you would knock... Well, hang on, I'm at 90. Yeah, so because you only have to do... you only have to do 30 damage to knock me out. So you guaranteed your 30 damage, so that would knock me out. So what you would do is you would look back at what I have on my bench. And because of our distance, you can ask me what these would do. So Bisharp, he has 1 energy, so he can do 30, 60 damage. So that would be enough to knock you out. Corvisquire has 1 energy, he can do 20. So that would be enough to knock you out. And then Zamazenta, if I brought him out, he doesn't have enough energy, but he'd be able to do 30 if maybe I had an energy in my hand. Right? Don't know. So yes, everything I did would possibly knock it out, so putting on Zacian is okay. So good move. Alright, so you do your, what is that, gravitational drop again?
I think I didn't drop.
Draw for turn. Okay, draw for turn. I'll give it to you. Draw for turn.
But I am not 100% sure.
It's fine. Draw for turn.
Nope.
Are you subbed to my channel? I can't remember. I'll have to look after the stream. Okay, you drew a card. Can you play the card? You already have 5. Cinco. See. Okay. So gravitational drop.
See.
Adios, Pokemon. Adios,
my
Zamazenta, and you get your prize. And I'm going to bring out... I'm going to bring out my Zamazenta. Because I can block. Alright. Draw for turn. Another Rookidee. Rookidee! Yeah. I'm not all there in the cabeza. Alright, so I do guard press for 30. Adios, Pokemon. And then on next turn, I take 20 less damage. We have to pick out the next contestant on Pokemon is right. Okay. Yep. Now you start your turn. Yep. Oh, you got another Probo Pass. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. See?
I will.
You're not here. Okay.
And I can attack 30.
30, and then it allows you to draw an energy, right, from your discard pile. So that is 10 because I used my ability to take its damage. Okie doke, smoke. Alright, so my turn, draw for turn. I'll play for turn because, you know, I'm good. Ooh. Put it in. Put it. ROC. A knight. I'll third enough here. So I am going to do Power Rush for 120, which knocks out your Zacian. And then can I attack next turn? Yes, I can. I've had good luck on those rolls for the attack next turn. Alright. Because, I mean, the only thing you can send out is Probopass. Because he only needs 1 energy. And everything else is getting 1 shot. At least he gets 2 shot. He up for turn. Huh? No, nothing. Another B-Dog. You got the three pigeons from the Animaniacs. Or Looney Tiny Toons. I think it's Animaniacs. I think they were an anime. They were like 3 New York like queens.
Let's see. That's it.
That's it?
90.
70? Right? 70. 80 damage. Enough, yeah. Ferrothorn. Sonya. Oh, why I'm playing Sonya, I really need to. 2 energy. And yeah. 120. And a 4. Again, I rolled a 4 almost every time, haven't I? I think the first time was a 2, and every time after that's been a 4. We hope you guys are doing well out there in the world. It is a crazy, messed up world. Up. Okay. 3? Okay. Okay. Is he? Hypnose pass. Yeah, my Zamazenta's at 80. He does 70. That will knock out my Zamazenta. And then I can either bring up my Corviknight. Puppy hairs. That might be weird here. So we have Bisharp, which can still only do 60, which would knock him out. Or Corviknight, which can do, he's got 2 energy, so he can do 50. Ferrothorn can't do anything, but why would I put him out? Rookity can't do anything. So, yeah, you're pretty much knocked out no matter what you do. But I mean, if you want to take, oops, I kicked the camera. No, kick the camera. If you want to, I mean, just knock me out. I mean, this is the end of the game, because once I knock you out, that's my last prize. So there's attach energy where you want, because it doesn't really matter. I haven't attacked yet. You have to attack me first, after you attach energy to something. Just to play through the motions.
No.
Okay, we do that. And then gravitational drop. Okay. So prize card. I will put out the Bisharp. Bye. Draw for turn. That's a great ball. There's energy. I don't play any of that. Attack you. 460. And there's my last prize card. And your last 2 prize cards were Sonya, E, and Narkia. Alright, so we will shuffle. We will play probably 1 more game. Hey guys, because we are going a little bit slower than normal, just so that way we can go through the motions and show you guys all of the cards and what they're doing. So we will shuffle for turn. We hope you guys are enjoying the music. The music is by Glitch X City. You can find it on Spotify, or I do have a link to it usually in the show notes, depending where you are. You understand the deck un poquito?
Poquito. What you played?
Muchos. So, we did buy the decks for Oddity in TCG Online. So, for those of you that are not aware, when you buy the decks in TCG Online, they're not tradable. So, I had actually bought them for Oddity, and you can't trade those. They're locked. So, the only tradable decks are the ones you get from the code cards. And I guess that's because if you buy a theme deck and you don't want to play that theme deck online, you can then trade it to try to get cards. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody trade a theme deck to get a card. Like, I tried, nobody would take the trade. Everybody wants packs of cards. There we go. You want to cut? You cut. I cut you, you cut me. There we go. There we go. Alright, so roll the die. Even or odd? Even. Do you want to go first or second?
Second.
Second. Alright, roll 7. You have a basic Pokemon. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. Going through busy with work. Essential business that makes food. People are buying food. Yeah, we did. We were out buying our groceries and stuff yesterday, and realized that like most food industries, I don't think have been greatly impacted. They just evolved. They found new ways to be able to keep doing business, which is great for people that still need food, especially those that don't know how to cook. I've heard horror stories of people that don't know how to cook and they have to eat out for every meal because they can't cook, like for their family. Like, how can both the husband and the wife not cook? How can your kid not? Like, put your kid in front of YouTube and make them watch cooking videos. Or hey, I guess this is a perfect time for them to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
All right, so do you have a basic?
No.
You have no basic.
No.
All right, so you will have to. I will take. You'll have to take a mulligan after I put my Pokemons out. I had a basic Pokemon. So there we go. So then I can do my prize cards. You can't do yours yet. So go ahead and shuffle back into your deck and draw another 7 cards. And draw another 7 cards. Yeah, we need to push the table toward you about fixing. No, you're fine. I'm like, if I sit back, I'm no longer in the camera. I have to lean forward the entire time. Okay. Draw 7. Oh, that's why. Okay. The corners bend. It's because there's no card in it. Have a basic? No basic? Alright. Shuffle. Draw again. Or people being too lazy and don't want to cook. I know that some people are lazy and they want to cook, but like I said, I've heard some horror stories. Like I heard somebody that they burnt a frozen pizza. Like they destroyed a frozen pizza. It was like charcoal. I've heard people that like soup. They can't cook canned soup. It's in a can. You put it in a pot and you let it heat up. And if you can't do a pot, you put it in a microwavable safe dish for the microwave for 2 minutes. And I've heard people that just can't get that.
Because they don't choose the correct microwave.
The right bowl maybe, or they've got their microwave set to like super high, or they type 20 minutes instead of 2.
They got the incorrect, the one the soup that they don't like.
So the soup already tastes bad because it was soup they didn't like. Okay, 7 mas. Do you have a basic Pokemon? Okay. Put your starter, put your bench. Do you have bench? Okay. So do your 6 prize cards. Prize cards. And then, so I get to do the mulligan. We didn't have a basic twice. So mulligan means I get a free draw. Alright, flip over our Pokemons. You have a P-Dub. That's a good start though, because like I said, you can basically get his evolution on your first turn. As long as my Duraludon doesn't take him out. Well, I can't, because I can't attack first. Draw for turn. Ponyard. Attaching Ia. And it's your turn. It is your turn. Now you can do everything. You can attach, you can attack, play supporters, you can do everything because you went second.
So I
Hop. I wasn't looking at him. Now the people in the camera, if we go like this, they can. You make sure Audrey doesn't look over. I couldn't even see your hand because the webcam is right where it would be. So we'll have to. Hopefully, some people leave some comments on the YouTube. Let us know about the webcam, if they like the webcam with the gameplay, or would prefer it not to be there for the gameplay.
Oh, I could not evolve it.
No, it has not been out for one full turn. It's fine. No more items. No more basics. Okay, so you can attack with Chirp, and then Chirp lets you find 2 Pokemon with a resistance of fighting, which would be his evolution line. So you could actually, since you already have the middle, you could get you another P-Dub, and then the final form as well. Unless you have the final form there too, and then you could just get another P-Dub and another middle form or whatever. Unpheasant, I think it's Unpheasant and Tranquil. So you can start you a second line. So you could go get you another P-Dub and another Tranquil if you want. So that way you have them for your bench. Backup. I think those are your only ones that have a resistance of fighting are the flying type. Let's see, I have Rookity. Rookity has a resistance.
So another P-Dub?
That's what I would do. I would probably do another P-Dub because you need another basic. If I can start attacking next turn, which I can, then I'm going to be able to knock him out pretty quickly. So you want to get somebody on your bench to start getting ready. So I would probably do a P-Dub and Tranquil. You're not going to have another basic that has resistance. And you really can only have this evolution line twice because you only have 2 Unpheasants. Learning the Pokemon names. You're cheating, Jiggly? How am I cheating, Yizzy? I'm not cheating. I'm actually helping Oddity. Like, if we really wanted to, I mean, there will be a point when we stop doing tutorial videos, meaning I no longer explain the moves, and we'll see how that works. But at this particular venture, Oddity has only played... You've beaten the first trainer, right? You've beaten the second trainer once. You beat the third trainer once last night. And you've played against me 3 times? Or twice? We've had two pack battles. And then you played against your sister once. No, and then you played against me before that. So you really only played like 4 or 5 times max.
Maximum 6.
Maximum. And then online, maybe 6 times. Well, plus losses. Because we don't know how many times. Yizzy does a smiley face. You know I have to mess with you. Yeah, I know. But we appreciate you coming out, Yizzy. Thanks for supporting us, coming out and watching us live on this wonderful Sunday. We got our webcam up and running. Unfortunately, I just realized the wonderful reflection in the cabinet over there. We have lights that look like there's these lights hovering above the the cell phone. But most people they shouldn't be looking at the webcam. They should be looking at our playmats to see what we're doing. Right. You got your 2. Okay, and you attack, so it's end of your turn. Okay. So my turn. Proceed. Energia. The Metal Sharpener does 30, but I have nothing in my discard, so just 30. Just 30. It could be 110 on the next turn. So, and that's the other reason why I said you would want to get the backup going, is because, well, you couldn't put him down yet. That was the end of your turn, because that was the attack. So now you can put him down. On your draw. Draw for turn. This was an attack. So attack is end of your turn. So, because that means that you won't be able to evolve him this turn. So if he was down, then you would think you could evolve him because he was already down.
So is this turn
this is first turn. Yep. So next turn, I'm going to be able to do 30 or 110, depending whether or not I have another energy in my hand. That's that game you have to play. So if I can do 110, does your Tranquil have 110 HP? So would it be worthwhile to evolve your Pidove into a Tranquil? Now, how much damage can it do with one energy? Tranquil.
Oh, good.
For minimum damage, which means then you'll be wasting another energy. Right? So that's where those decisions come in. So it would be a waste to evolve him, and it'd be a waste to attach energy to him. It would make more sense to go ahead and get this Pidove ready to go, or any other basic you might be able to pull because of a supporter or some other card you have.
So I cannot, yes.
You can't evolve him. You can evolve him. You can't evolve him.
I got it.
Well, or do you have any card that lets you pull Pokemon first? Do you have Hop? Do you have Pokekid? Do you have Dan? You don't. If you don't, then yeah, that's who you would want to be able to remember. We always want to remember. I forget to do it too. You always want to play your supporters first, because see, you want to play your supporters, your trainers all first before you attach energy, because you might get a better Pokemon here. Because that's the same thing. You attach one energy to him and evolve to Tranquil, you're basically in the same boat you are now, right?
I guess I would
another energy to get the Tranquil going. But maybe whoever you can get here only needs one energy to get going, and then you can just have him in the back getting him set up. So it's all about the setup. Check your stuff out, remind you later. Okay. Read on Pokemon says, how do I remind you? There we go. So Yizzy, do I need to you weren't the one that did the anonymous donation, were you, Yizzy? Somebody did an anonymous donation and said, sorry I didn't donate earlier, but they didn't say who they were. Like, they didn't put it in the comments, so I don't know who to name the Pokemon after, and I don't know who to thank. It just says anonymous. That's what it says up at the top right now. It says last donation is by anonymous. I don't think there's any way for me to change that. I think because Extra Life, if you don't actually sign up, I think it has to link to your Facebook, and a lot of people don't have a business Facebook, they only have a personal, so they don't want to link, so they do anonymous donation. Okay, so now you choose who you want to put your energy on. Now remember, you've got 2 turns. Remember, you've got turn where I knock them out, then you bring somebody up, and then it'll be your turn again, so if you have another energy, you'll be able to get him up and going. Or if you have the Metal Saucer, but you don't have another energy, then you'd want to bring out, the Pidove, because you can only attach the Metal Saucer to the bench Pokemon. So that's the same thing. That's where those decisions come in. It's like, okay, do I have another energy in my hand? No? Okay, can I get a Metal Saucer to attach it to my bench? Do I have a Switch in my hand? Yes? Okay, I'll play that trump card. I'll put the Pidove out. See if I get an energy. Get an energy. Then do the switch. Don't get an energy, I'll just lose the Pidove, right? And that comes in very important with bigger decks once you get your GX and V and stuff like that. So we're going to have some of those better decks in the summer. For those of you guys that are not aware, it was for the new Versus decks. They're not calling them Versus. Remember the Charizard deck we found down in Bogota? they're going to be like that. They're better decks. They're more advanced. We do have 2 of them, so we might play the Rayquaza before that. If it was anonymous, then you never know. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I figured, you know, because for the $5 it says put in your name, what you want to name the Pokemon. I figured they'd put their channel name if it was somebody who has a channel. So I really don't know who it is. I guess it wasn't a PokeTuber because they didn't want me to promote their channel. Because on all of the Twitch, Mixer, all that, I've got their links. In YouTube, I've got your links that people can get to your channel. And then I do need to make a command where if somebody types pound, the exclamation point Sudan, it'll give you Sudan's link, exclamation point Centurion, it'll give his link. So I need to do that for all the people that have donated. So you're going to chirp. So if you chirp, that means you can go and find another P-Dub, you can find you another Tranquil, you can find you the other Unpheasant. So then you'll have your evolution lines ready to go. I think all you've got left is 1 P-Dub, 1 Unpheasant. I think you've got everything. I usually check out people who check out me. Check out men or check out me? Gizzy, I know you can spell better than that, bud. My thing is, I got a lot of people that check me out and watch the videos, but I don't get even half the comments that the rest of you guys do. Like, everybody else, I'll go to you guys' channels and you guys have like 10, 15 comments, 20 comments. And then like all of my videos, I have like 2 comments. One from me and one from one of the bots. I mean, I guess it's because it's a long video, so people don't want to just come like open up the video and just open the video and then like comment and then leave because they figure, oh, it's going to hurt my view time and they can't watch the full 2 hours. But the problem is while views are important, view time is important, actual interaction and engagement is what actually gets the algorithm going. So it's kind of one of those hit and miss type scenarios. While yes, you want to have the view time, you also need to have the engagement. Because if people are clicking and you're getting a view, but then they're leaving without engaging with the video, it doesn't help you at all. We were looking up some of the analytics of like how much money you can make at 1,000 subscribers. And without the proper engagement, you don't make anything. Without the engagement, you're making like less than $1 per click. And that's per 1,000 views, I think it was. Something like that. It was crazy. The numbers are crazy. You can go to a site, Gizzy, I don't know if you looked at it, it's called Nox Influencer. And you can put in any big time YouTuber and see how much they make. But if you put in somebody like Jordan Fringe, who's I think at like 33K, and he makes probably about $500 a month. That's it. With 33K viewers with an average of 1,000 views per video, that's all you make. So that's why for me, I'm not in a rush to even try to get monetized. I'm just out here having fun making the content for people. And if people find it informative and helpful, like our gameplay, yay. If they don't find it informative, please let us know so we can change something. Alright, so you can evolve your Tranquil. I haven't gone yet. That was your end of your turn, because that was your attack, and that's what his ability does. Lo siento. My talking and conversation made people confused. Lo siento. Okay, I draw for turn. And I don, don, don. And that's all I can actually do. So I attack for 110, but it knocks out your cute little P-Dove. Hey, but that gives you energy in your discard pile. You need energy in there for your frying pan. So now this is your decision of who you bring out. You know, can you get him up to 3 energy in 1 turn? Basically, do you think you can get a metal frying pan, and you have a switch, and you have an energy in your hand? Because if you do, then you'd want to put the P-Dove out, so that way you can do all that stuff on your next turn. If you don't have all of that, then the decision is, do you put him out, with only 2 energy, because you'll get your 3rd from your discard pile, but you are going to have to take 110 damage hit, meaning he's only going to be able to attack me 1 time. That's... English is hard. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, Yuzu. If you look at like a lot of the new PokeTubers that just hit 1,000, they're making $1 a month. You don't make money at 1,000. You don't. I mean, we did the math. If your average view ratio is about 10%, which is what most of the like Nimin and all of them when I watch them, they say that's a good percentage. If you get 10%, that's a good view rate. The actual amount that we were figuring, right, based on subscribers, to even make a couple $100 a month was close to between 1,000 and 3,000 views a day. Not per video, just views across your video. With our content being very time-based, it's very hard to get that amount in a very short time because most of our videos are only good for a couple weeks, right? Most of our videos are very short-lived, right? As soon as people see the Elite Trainer box, you're not going to get any more views. Oh, the algorithm on comments. Yeah, I mean, all of that stuff plays a factor. This has turned into a YouTube seminar video instead of how to play Pokemon. But yeah, all that plays a factor because if you go into your analytics, you'll notice all of that stuff has a marker. And then you have that reverse pyramid. And with that reverse pyramid, it actually says what the click-through rate is and then what the engagement rate is. And the higher engagement rate causes a higher chance for them to display the video, which hopefully with your thumbnails and your captions and all, you get a higher click-through rate. All that stuff plays a factor. And if you want to see right now, you can go out to that Nox influencer and it'll kind of show you how all that stuff plays together to get your video not only monetized, but it's got this crazy little chart thing. I don't know what to call it. It was like a diamond-like thing, and it's got these little points that pull off. I mean, if you've seen, I don't know if you've seen Pokemon Sword and Shield, the actual Nintendo Switch game, where it shows how powerful a Pokemon is in defense versus attack versus speed. It got those little things that it pulls to the edges. It's got one of those octagons. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. All right, wait, where were we?
So I'm going to take my Piddo.
You're going to sacrifice the Piddo. Okay, draw for turn. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a Pokemon to get your other Pokemon ready. I do that all the time.
So...
I gave you the better deck, I thought.
I just have to think of many things at the same time.
And you have to think of it in both Spanish and English.
Oh.
No? You're playing in English?
Sí.
Okay. What if we were playing with a Spanish deck and we were talking in English? Well, no, you already did that with your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if I should then...
So I'm see, now here's the thing, and this is one of those things where certain Pokemon, in my opinion, are slightly overpowered. This Pokemon does 110 damage, which is almost enough to knock out most of your Stage 2s and Stage 3. He has no negative. There's nothing that after I do this move that stops me from going to the next turn. It stops me from going to the next turn. It has me do it the next turn, right? Yours, you have to flip a coin. My Zamazenta, I have to flip a coin. He doesn't have that. I don't know what number Pokemon Company determines to add that. I'm guessing closer to 120 because I got to flip a coin. I don't know. But it is sometimes unfair when that occurs. So all you can do is sacrifice a couple smaller Pokemon until you can get a big Pokemon out that you can then take me out with.
But then I have to attack, need to attach energy.
Well, you need 2 on him, and you're not going to ever be able to attack. You basically have to sacrifice him this time.
So
unless you have some card that lets you find another basic Pokemon. I would say yes, you definitely need to get your Zacian running.
So I got this Pokemon.
Okay. That forces me to switch my Pokemon if you get ahead, right? So if you want to keep yourself from getting knocked out, yes. Does it say you switch or I switch? Does it say I have to switch or you switch it?
I can switch yours. I mean, I have to switch yours.
If had switch one of your opponents, yeah, so you switch mine. So you choose who you want to bring out. So you would basically look and say, who doesn't have energy? Okay, if they had energy, who's doing the least amount of damage? Which really, I mean, if you look at it, he does 10, he does 10, he does 10, he does 10. They're really all about the same, you know? So flip your coin though first. So heads. It's always heads. Even. Odd. Welcome to the coin flips. No. Yes, no.
I still don't know what to do.
I get your Zacian up and running. You have a supporter? P-Dove? I thought you drew the P-Dove last time. I thought you drew the P-Dove. Yeah, okay. Next.
Oh, I have.
Okay. So you can switch. And because that other P-Dove was out there, that P-Dove can evolve. So you can switch. You switch with your Zacian. Still want to attach your energy to your Zacian. See, because his move makes you grab the third energy you're going to need.
Oh, yes, 30.
Well, we don't want to do that yet. Remember, that P-Dove had been out for a full turn, so you can evolve him. You can evolve that P-Dove. We need the green borders. How do I make your cards glow green like the TCG game? How do I make them glow? I was gonna say grow green. Currently, just water the grass. That's how it grows green.
Okay. And I.
No other items? You have mucho. As many items per turn as you want. Items, you can do all your items. Evolve, no. No items, no support. Okay, so yes, so now you can attack for 30. It's not one that's got 30 with it. And then you add an energy from your discard pile. And that's the key. Like, I'm going to hit, I can hit you on the next turn for 110, but you're still going to be able to knock me out on the next turn because now you can do 120 unless I retreat and bring somebody else out or switch or whatever so that he doesn't get me. Right? Off the turn. Corvus Squire. Let Corvus Squire up. Got a Pokemon dead. Full Corviknight. Maybe. See, so remember, I said, what are you supposed to play first? You're supposed to play this first, because here's the reason why. I got the Corviknight. It's fine. Say the Corviknight wasn't in here. I attached energy to a Pokemon that I can now know I can't evolve because I prized my Corviknight. Bad decision. Play him first to find out what I have, and I might have been like, oh, I don't have my Corviknight, so I'll put it on my Zamazenta, or I'll put it on him because I'm going to pull his out. That's why you always got to remember to play the supporters and your item cards first to make sure you're not attaching energy to the wrong Pokemon. It's hard. I mean, even I mess up so many times because you're thinking, attach energy. Remember, I want to not forget, I need to attach energy per turn. And so that normally is what people do. I'm going to do my heal. This deck has healing. Like I said, this is a tanky deck. I'm amazed it's doing so well against the Zacian deck. I thought the Zacian deck was the better of the two decks. So I will attack for 110 again. And that, I feel that, and to be honest, I feel these potions are a disservice to the theme deck meta. I get why they're in here. It helps, right? But the problem is, theme deck meta takes so long to play to begin with. You don't have the GXs. You don't have the Pokemon V. You don't have those big Pokemon that can just tear through everything. the biggest Pokemon you have are these guys, right? And with not much. So it takes longer to play Theme Deck anyway. Theme Deck, you're looking at 15 to 20 minutes, unless, as we're doing here, we're going to move pace by pace, it takes longer. But this just slows it down. And then they don't give it to all the deck. So for this one, I've got Potion, but I don't think I have the catcher. I think you have the catcher, but you don't have Potion. And the last one, the Rillaboom deck, had Potions, and it accelerated very, very quickly. Why are you going to give a healing ability? It had 2 healing abilities. It also had Pokemon Center, which heal. You're going to give both of those to a deck that can accelerate very quickly and then just destroy your opponent. It's because it's supposed to be blocking, but that Rillaboom deck, I've never used it to block. I get the right ones out and I accelerate, which is what yours is supposed to be with these guys. It's an acceleration deck. The key is getting it accelerated and evolved, and I keep knocking them out before you're ready to evolve. Alright, man, you enjoy your meal. We actually need to eat ourselves. Ugh. But thanks, Izzy. I appreciate you coming out and supporting the channel. Go draw for turn. Yep. And you can evolve your P-Dub. You're good to go. You got all the way up to your Unpheasant. I never saw. What does Unpheasant do? Unpheasant Daunt. During your opponent's next turn, defending Pokemon's attacks are reduced by 50 or less. Do 50 less damage. Air Slash 150. Discard an energy from this Pokemon. So yeah. So because you do 150, you discard an energy. There's that negative I was talking about. But that Daunt, that's why you want to hope you can get your P-Dub evolved before I can start attacking. I was able to start attacking great. But if you could have gotten it evolved before I started attacking, you would have been able to get the rest of your bench set up, right? Because it does 50 less damage per turn. I wouldn't be knocking you out. How much HP you have? Like 150, right? Yeah. There's no way I'd be able to knock you out. I would try to hit you for 110. You'd remove 50 of it, so it'd actually only be doing 60 damage. It would take me 3 turns to knock you out, and you'd have the rest of your bench set up. So you see how that acceleration's supposed to work with that P-Dub. You just weren't able to because I was able to get him up and running much quicker. But you can always make a comeback. I mean, I've only taken 1 prize card, right? Yeah, because you retreated them and then you brought him out. Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, because now you can get your Unpheasant up and going. He does 150 damage. You can take me out. No, that was your attach. What do you? For 120. Then you gotta roll your die. See if you keep your energy or not. Odd. So it's remove 2 or 1. It almost doesn't matter. I'm knocking you out next turn. But,
so
yeah.
this that I
discard.
And then
he's still
this.
No, he's still there. It doesn't say heal your Pokemon, right?
No, it says it does discard
2 energy. Yeah.
But so I discard and then he does not lose this move.
No, that's mine. Yes, he loses that move. He can't attack because he doesn't have enough energy next turn. That's the negative. Remember, every single one over 120 has that negative. So his negative is I can't attack. Your negative is you have a 50-50 chance of losing energy. His negative is that you have to discard 1 energy. That's actually much better than that. But it's that's how those play. The Cinderace deck is the same way. We never got a chance to start playing the theme decks because we just started the Sunday Showdown recently, right? All right, so I will draw for turn. Get Corviknight. We'll do Sonia to get 2 energy. 2 energía, 1, 2. Shuffle. Shuffle. Shuffle más. Shuffle. We're going to heal off 30 damage. And attach energy for turn. And then I can hold on to one card like this. 110. Adios, Zacian. Zacian. Te amo, Zacian. Bye, sword doggy. So again, you decide. So on the next turn, yes, you'll be able to, if you have 1 energy, you'll be able to block 50 damage. So I will not be able to knock you out, but you'll do 50 damage to me, which would be enough to knock me out.
But I need
But you will need a second energy. So that's where that, if you don't have the energy, you don't know if you're going to pull the energy, but you have a switch, then you could bring somebody else out that you're willing to sacrifice to get that switch. If you had a switch in your hand. Now, if you don't have an energy in your hand, then you're basically playing to hope you get an energy from your draw if you put out your unpheasant. Because if you don't get that energy, I'm doing 110 damage to it. Well, you got to put an active out. It's either go for broke or put out a sacrificial Hawlucha and hope you get, well, you won't have a switch. So the next thing is maybe you get a hop so you can do a draw 3, or maybe you get the professor so you can get rid of your whole hand, or maybe you do get 1 energy to do this to get rid of your whole hand. So there's many plays, and it all is based on the randomness of what card you pull. So where people were talking about Pokemon, there's strategy and stuff like that, there really is. There's a lot of strategy, but a lot of it is luck. A lot of it is, are you lucky enough to pull the right card? But I forgot to roll my first.
So, if...
Okay, now you draw for turn.
Oh.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so draw your 3 cards. So maybe you get a switch and an energy. Nope. There's nope.
I got energy, but not a...
Okay. So, are the other cards in your hand helpful for you right now? Would they be, well, hang on, when you play your full turn, you don't play your energy, play your full turn so you can do your evolution, right? You can evolve. To get as much out of your hand as possible. You do your evolution. Is there any of those other cards that you can play that would help? Item cards or anything like that besides, get everybody out of your hand if you've got basic. So there's nothing else that you'll be able to use. Okay, so if you attach the energy to him and use his ability, are you happy with losing 3 cards to get 5 new cards and losing the Hawlucha? That's the sacrifice. You lose the Hawlucha, you lose the energy, but you're going to get a brand new 5 card, which is probably your best play. I mean, that's what Hawlucha is meant to do. Hawlucha is meant, I have absolutely nothing in my hand. I don't have enough energy to really get him attacking yet. I can sacrifice him and get 5 new cards because it's shuffle into your deck, right? Shuffle those into your deck and then draw 5. See that? Yep. Well, actually, it says shuffle them into your deck, so really, whether you do an extra shuffle.
There were only...
Yeah. Alright. All 5 new cards. Hopefully those will help you next turn. Hopefully they're better than what you had, right? Draw for turn. Draw for fish sharp. Third energy on my Corviknight. And I smack you for 110. And I take a person. Now you can, like I said, you can make a huge comeback. So now you look at what you have, and if it is now good for you to go ahead and bring out your Unpheasant, or whether you're going to need to lose the Meow. Or again, you play into that, can I get a switch to switch them in and out? How many switches? I think you've only played 1 switch. Yeah, you've only played 1 switch. You've got more switches in.
So,
You can't play that yet. Gotta choose your active. So it's, do you think you can get an energy on your next turn? Or do you already have it? Or do you have a metal frying? If you have the ability to put 2 energy on that Unpheasant, if you have the ability to put 2 energy, then I would leave Unpheasant on the bench, meaning you have the saucer plus an energy in your hand. If you don't have that, but you have an energy, meaning that you can at least block the damage that I'm going to do to you next turn and knock me out, then I'd put your Unpheasant out, attach the energy to the Unpheasant, block the damage that I'm going to do, but you'll still knock me out. Remember, your Unpheasant will knock me out. That Unpheasant with 2 energy will knock me out. See, because I've already got 90 damage. So it only takes another 40 to knock me out. So you draw for turn. Okay. Well, we know you're going to attach it to him no matter what you pull, so yeah. And then you can play your supporters and everything else. No, you didn't play that. You were going to play it before you'd switch, so now you can play it. Play it. Here you go. Now look at the top 7. Grab a Pokemon. There you go. We got 7. Pick any Pokemon that will help you, either an evolution or if you have a Pokemon. There was no Pokemon in those 7. Wait now, did you prize all your Pokemon? Have you really not taken out any of my Pokemon yet? No. Yeah, I've had Duraludon out here the whole time, huh? And that's the thing. If you can get a good Pokemon out first, as a blocker for a while, that gives you the opportunity to get your bench up. See? No other cards? No basics? No evolutions? No supporters? Other items? Okay, so you can either draw 2 basic Pokemon or 2 energy. You have to determine what is more important to you right now. Do you need more energy? You can get somebody else up and running? Or getting a better Pokemon? Honestly, that Unpheasant's strong. I would go for it. That Unpheasant's a very strong, because that'll get you your 3rd energy on this one, and then would give you to get him up and running.
And
shuffle your deck. You're going through cards twice as quick as me.
okay, so
You played her, so that gave you an energy for turn. And you already attached for turn. You attached it to the present.
I can.
1 per turn. Unless you have that metal saucer, right?
No.
No. So you're going to do your Daunt. Okay, so that means you do 50. I do 50 less damage to you on the next turn. You get the prize. Bring up my Corviknight. He's the only one that has energy on him. Ball per turn. Got me a backup Duraludon. Great Ball. Oops. Wrong one. Great Ball is trying to search for a. And same thing, even if the Pokemon isn't one that would help you, you want to do what's called thinning your deck, getting them out of there. So, like, I'm just going to grab a Pokemon to get them out of my deck. That would have a better chance of getting them out. Pokemon. Can't do anything with it. Benches.
But in TCG, you can have a
You can have up to 8. There is a stadium called Skyfield, which allows you to have up to 8 on your bench. So one of those trainer decks has Skyfield in the deck. So they play that Skyfield, then it expands your bench. Yes. All right, so I am going to do Iron Wings, which does 130.
But 130
without the 50 less, right? But then I have the option of discarding 2 energy, so that way I take 100 less damage next turn. Which, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and discard my 2 energy. Discard 2 energy, so I take 100 less damage next turn, and then you took 8. The 130 minus 50, take 8. Oddity's comeback of the century.
So I play
Metal Saucer. That'll get you 1/2/1 on your bench. Uno. Uno. Yeah, attach a energy. Uno. Uno energía. They met that.
But I can still attach.
You still attach for turn. Yep. So that gets your guy up here up and going, so he can do mass damage.
That's it.
So your choice is, if you do your big attack, all right, if you do your air slash, it's only going to do 50 damage to me. I'm blocking 100. Or you can use your blocking move again, which basically makes my Pokemon take no damage, but then you wouldn't take damage your next turn. But you have to look, my guy, this Pokemon can only do 10 damage next, or 50 damage next turn. So that's really where you have to look at it, is do you want to attack me, and then when I try to attack you, you take 0 damage. I would take 0 damage. Next turn, you would take 0 damage. But then on the following turn, if you still did that to me, I would take 50 damage, but you would take 0 damage. So you can do what's called whittling down. Basically, you can keep attacking me, but I can't attack you because you keep blocking my maximum damage that I can do until I get back up to iron. Or you can do this, which will put 50 damage on me. And then I would still do 50 damage to you next turn, which would not knock you out. That's only 130. So it's that math. It's figuring out when do you want to take the damage, because eventually you're going to have to take the damage, unless you just keep doing this every single turn until I get up to 3 energy. But at that point, did you knock me out before I got to 3 energy? So you have to look at 3 turns, or 2 turns is what it would take me to get back up to be able to do this.
So I think
the Daunt? Okay. You block my attack next turn. Okay. And it does no damage to me because I'm blocking 100 because I discarded 2 energy. Yep. Draw for turn. Second energy. Do anything with these 2 cards. So I peck for 50, which does nothing because you're blocking 50. Because you're blocking the damage. Attach energy per turn. Quarters, trainers, basics. You have all your evolutions. Can you evolve your Meowth? Oh, okay. So I can't block this turn. I'm not blocking anything this turn. Whatever you do is going to be full force to me this turn. So if you do the 150, you're going to do a full 150 to me. If I don't get an energy that I can attach. So if this is not an energy card, I mean, I'm playing with one card right now. I'm playing off of draw, which is what you're doing too. This is not an energy. I will only be able to do 50 to you, which will not knock you out, and then gives you the chance to then hit me and knock me out the following turn. If I get that energy, I'll be able to do 130, which knocks you out, but then I have no damage. So if you do the 150, you're guaranteeing I have 150 damage on this Pokemon. Either way, right? And then if I get energy, I can knock you out, but at least you did 150 before you got knocked out. See? If I don't get the energy, that gives you the next turn to then do your Daunt for 20, which would knock me out, or for 50, which would knock me out. And then I do less damage with whoever I bring out that has no energy. So your best bet is to do your slash. Yep, your best bet is air slash for the win. There we go. So I take 150. Then you have to discard 1 energy, right, to do that. So I drew for turn. It was an energy. So up and I attached. No, we're not playing takes backs. I shouldn't have done that because you can bring out your other one and take me out. I shouldn't have done that because now when I replace him, nobody has energy. I should have attached it to who was going to be the replacement. See how I messed up?
But this one,
but he can do Daunt, which blocks me from doing damage. And if you look, all of my Pokemon, 30 with 1 energy, 30 plus, so 60 with 1 energy, 10 with 1 energy. I should have added that to my Bisharp. So that way he would be able to do 60 because I got another pawn. I messed up. So I'll go ahead and do my Iron Wings, right? Actually, I can. Oh, I forgot. I can discard 2 energy. I do my Iron Wings for 130. It definitely knocks him out. I discard 2 energy, and that protects me for 1 turn. I forgot I had that ability. I'm protected for 1 turn. Because the energy's not going to do him anything. He's going to lose it. You go ahead, and there you go. So you can at least block. I mean, again, you're going to block whatever damage I can do to you, unless I retreat, and I don't have enough to even retreat it. So I need a switch. I have a switch left. Oh yeah, I should. I have a switch here. Draw for turn. You can't do damage to him because I'm blocking 100. So yes, if you did your big move, then you would take me out because you would still hit me for 50. And then I have nobody that can attack each turn. And even if I could, it's not going to get knocked. Yeah. Right. You play anything else from your hand? Right. Air Slash. That knocks me out. And then you get to take not only a prize card, but you get to remove an energy. Oh, hang on. I'll take my prize card. Sure.
So
remove 1 energy. See. Oh, was it sure? That was. And I guess we're gonna have to go with the Bisharp because that's the closest I've got to an attacker right now. Right. Turn. Let's go with. I'm gonna maximize it. I'm gonna do Professor's Research. I was debating between that. She gives me 7. Worked in my favor. Although Pop would have done it too, because this was the first card I pulled. I got another Pawniard. I can attach energy. Return. Give me. Actually, no. I guess I did need that because the energy was the 4th card. Attach energy for turn. And I do 30, 60, 90 damage. Because, yeah, you did your air slap. 90 damage. You're trying to figure him out. 30 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your benched Pawniards. So I have 2 benched Pawniards. So he does 30, and then I have 2. So this move, this is actually in the, I mentioned this when I was going through the deck review. So this move, this Bisharp and Pawniard was actually in my pre-release deck that I played when I went to your hobby place. And I had him. And I didn't know you could have more than 4. Remember, you can have as many as you pull. Because I actually had 6 of these. Because I had pulled them from the pack. So I actually could have had my whole bench, 5 on my bench, which normally you can't, which would have done 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, plus 30. It would have been going 180. I'd have been knocking out everybody. Yeah. But all I did was I only put 3 of them in. So 3 extras for the 4. So I had 30, 60, 90, 120. Still doing a lot, 120, but not as much as I could have been if I would have. All right, so draw for turn. This is a closer game. I mean, you're at, oh no, you got 4. I thought you had 3. Yeah, but you can knock me out next turn if you've got an energy. Hop. I guess you didn't have an energy. You got a hop. Because if you think about it, you knock me out. Again, I have nobody with energy on me. And Metal Saucer? Oh no, you played a supporter. So yeah, so if you do the 150, you'll knock me out. Take a prize card. I have nobody that has energy. If I put somebody up with energy, it's 10, 20, 30, or 10, 10, 10, 30. The most I can do is 30 damage to you on the next turn. It would take me 2 more turns to get up to 110. He wouldn't even be able to do damage because I'd have to be able to attach 2 energy to him. So if you knock him out, you're going to take 30 damage, most likely, if I have it. So that'll put you at 120, which doesn't knock you out. If you do your guard defense, which does 50, then on my next turn, I'm still able to do 40 damage to you, which still won't knock you out. But it keeps him out here and you don't get the prize. Bisharp. I take a prize card. All I can do is Duraludon. Turn. I got my Ferrothorn. Attach energy. My Duraludon. So this is the one that I needed, to really start my defense, because see what his energy slap does. So I can move all the energy from this Pokemon back to my bench. So right before you're going to knock him out, I would play this move and then move all the energy. I actually won a game online that way because I was able to move the energy down, and the person was like, nope, they gave up. Because I was able to pull, and they were like, it doesn't matter. I knocked him out, he's going to bring out somebody that can do a lot of damage. I guess we'll Zamazenta, go bench, and I will attack for 30. Touching energy. So what, 120? No. Our wonderful YouTube counter isn't counting correctly, like it hasn't been. Fun stuff. There's a Streamlabs app. I'll have to see what I can actually do in the Streamlabs app. Which actually, I guess I would have to put on your phone because my phone's kind of recording. Or your phone has to record. Alright, so draw for turn. I thought that was him, but it was your laugh that made the microphone go. It's funny. Nah, the noise gate should do it. Fetch energy per turn. Okay. Okay.
Oh my.
No, he just put him out. Just for any Pokemon. You can search for whoever you want. So again, what did you attach before you search for your Pokemon? Same thing I did.
But not because I cannot.
Well, no. Say you pull a Zacian. You could have put Zacian and then attached the energy to Zacian. I mean, your what's he do? Claw Dagger. 3 energy.
This attack 8 damage
per heads. So if you get 1 heads, 80, 2 heads, 160, 3 heads, 240. So that adds up if you are lucky enough to get 3 heads. The way you do that whenever you're playing, yeah, you just do 3 at the same time because it saves time. Eevee, which is almost. Not enough. But again, I mean that Galarian Berserker is pretty strong. I mean they've got the same HP, right? Same 120, and you have the opportunity to do more damage with him. And even if he only does 80 damage, you're not losing the possibility of losing the energy. You got the same thing. You got that chance on both of them, not being able to do enough damage. Because this one, you won't do enough damage in 1 turn. This one, you won't do enough damage in 2 turns. You lose it on the second. Okay. You know, drop him out. Drop it like it's hot. We're in that same boat again. I have no energy on anybody. If I brought somebody out, this is the most I can do. Is 30, 60, 90 if I get 3 heads. If I get 1 heads, I can do 30, which of course knocks you out. But at this point, you've tied the game by knocking you out. On the next turn, I would do. So if you did the one that blocked, you would stop any damage from it on the next turn, and then you would knock me out the turn after that. After I've attached energy. So if I have an energy in my hand, or if I draw an energy, yes, I'll be able to do 1 2, and it'll knock you out no matter what, even if you're gone. If I don't have an energy in my hand, don't pull an energy, then that means that you have another turn to try to knock me out. A lot of times it's best just to go for the knockdown. You may lose yours, yeah. So yeah, do the 150 knock out. Now, bringing out Ferrothorn because oh my god. Draw for turn. And I was lucky and got 1 energy. I didn't have any energy. So for 1 energy, I flip 3 coins. Each heads does. So the best thing to do is grab the line. That way. It's easier to see. We just look at the first odd, then odd, which is enough to knock you out. You see what I did? Just look at the first 5, odd, the other one, the 10, which is up. The other one is 20, which is odd. Only the first number. Because they don't have pips. I guess we need to have at least 3 of these, so that way we can throw the pip. These are harder because of the number. But yeah. So I did 30. I had it. Knocks him out. If you also got your prize card. Oh, actually, I can't choose the prize card for you. Maybe that's a bad card. Choose whichever prize card you want. Hey, Liborski. This Lisoborski? Jay Lisoborski. Yeah, I had to call you Jay Lizzo when I named a Pokemon after you in Pokemon Shield. I was like, your name was too long for me to name, and you weren't in the chat for me to ask what you wanted your Pokemon to be called yesterday. So it's J Lizzo. Kind of a cool name though for a Pokemon. J Lizzo the Pokemon. All right. So draw for turn. All right. No other card being.
I forget.
We can still play the cards.
Oh, I know. Wait.
Yeah, you can still do more things. They can just call you Lizzo. Well, that's a little bit too late now. The Pokemon's named J Lizzo. It reminds me of like Jay Leno. Dan? Alright. Ready?
So wait, if you win again.
2 more cards. 1, 2, 3, shoot! 1, 2, 3, shoot! Dos cartas.
Oh, I didn't.
You still get 2 no matter what. You either get 2 or 4.
2 more.
Yeah. If you play in the game, it makes you draw the 2 cards first, and then you do the end results. It's math is hard, okay? Especially with that newfangled math. Did you see that newfangled math that Christina posted?
Yes.
Like, what in the world kind of math is that?
Slash.
Slash for 50? Right. Draw for turn. We'll do a mental saucer. Yeah, Zamazenta. Feels funny. And Professor's Research. Cards. Sharp. Good. Have it. Play it. Look how little cards are. Yeah, game's almost. I've got one prize. You got almost 50 anyways. 5. Turn. And roll some die. So I should have kept those over. I can't knock you out. The most I can do is 90. Odd, even. Only 1 even. 30 damage. Ooh, you. Oh, I took all the little ones. So draw for turn. Draw for turn. Dun dun dun. And Audrey make a comeback. And she takes in last out. Considering she just attached a 3rd energy, it is more likely now.
Does flip 3 coins that attack does 80 damage for each head?
Yeah, you only need 1 head, but okay, so anything else in your hand you want to play? Okay. Good coin. 3 die. We're looking for evens. You did 1, but that's all you need. Yeah, neither one of us are getting heads on that. So that is enough to knock me out. I have to find the next contestant on Audrey is beating a Pokemon game show. Draw for turn. That's enough to give another turn. And that's game. That's game. I just did 1. That's his game. You did, see, I told you, this is I tell people, you know, when you're playing online, that's why you don't give up when you're 4 prize cards. I mean, you were like, I had 3 left, right? I think. 3 and you still had 6 or something about
Right,
that.
you had 2 and you had 4.
Yeah, and it was 2 and then 4, and you got back down to 1-1, really. I just happened to have my Zacian back online, so it's pretty much good to go. We hope everybody enjoyed the gameplay. I will be doing more of the theme deck gameplay this coming Thursday with the TCGO online. Next weekend, me and Audrey, I don't know. You guys leave a message in the comments if you've made it this far in the video. Usually not, but we can hope. We can hope. Leave a comment if you guys would rather see us do another pre-release build-in battle, or if you would like us to just play random theme decks next weekend. But again, we appreciate everybody from coming out on Mixer, Twitch, and the YouTubes. Until next time, guys. Peace.